Hey, so I need to finish this workshop, have it ready by a week from tomorrow. I have a lot of instructions to write, and then I ran into just a small issue. Not really an issue, just the spec was unclear, and now it's becoming more clear, and so I need to adjust for that. So I'm going to spend the first bit making those adjustments. It kind of stinks because it touches like all over, but it's not quite as easy as find replace. Maybe some of it will be. And then, yeah, I need to get into writing instructions for stuff. So it'll first be going through and writing Cody the Koala instructions, and then writing the actual instructions for each exercise. Anyway, should be fun and interesting, at least a little bit. So we'll see. I'm not hearing anything. One second. I should be hearing the music y'all are hearing, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be playing for me. Or maybe it's just quiet. Yeah, it's just quiet. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Very good. There we go. It was just really quiet for a second. Okay, great. Let me get rid of some distractions. Okay. So, it comes down to, well, anyway, it's fine. We're gonna just continue from where we are at. Are we running? Okay, and let's just go straight to the diff. Looking at this diff here. Okay, so there are some changes that are correct and others that we need to improve these things. So we need to change this to an embedded resource. And we can just kind of go through and add all of these, and let's just see if we've fixed all of the differences. That's all just annotations. Now that's interesting. Yeah, this should not be any different between these two. This stuff, and actually take the whole thing, and this guy. There we go. Okay, very good. And let's see. Yeah, how far does that go? Yikes. There we go. Should take care of that. Okay, and then we need to go and apply the embedded resource stuff. On all of these. Like I said, it's not quite a find replace, but it will be here in a little bit, maybe. Some of it will be. Okay, so in this stage, so the thing is, you need to include structured content in the content you return. And so we're going to switch from embedded resource to a resource link and JSON representation of the resource, because the embedded resource effectively includes the resource itself, and as well as the URI. The link is going to include the URI, but not the actual resource itself. But we do need to include the resource itself for this structured content. So, yeah. Okay, so first, create structured content, add structured content here, and then add text content here that matches the, or add the structured content as a text block. So there you go, something like that. And then reduce duplication by switching this to a resource link. Yeah, something like that. There we go. So we need to do that for all of these. Oh, and hold on a second. Yeah, we don't want that. That's duplicated. There we go. All right, and then this, does list entries not? Yeah, I think I originally was like, oh, they don't want to have to do this for all of these, like it'll take too long, but list entries, no. So not even the solution? Yeah, but we do, yeah, we add it here, and I think we should probably just add it to everything. Yeah, so we're gonna copy this, copy that, and paste it over this, except, yeah, that. Okay, so coming back here then. Right here. Huh, that's kind of funny. I didn't have one there. Yep. All right, so that is list entries. And then here, okay, that's good. Pranav, it's in the title of the video. That's what I'm working on. The Night Wolf. Check out Epic AI Pro, and that will tell you all about MCP. Go to learn and just explore. Have fun. Okay. Update entry. That's line 120 something. And yeah, we're not going to do the message anymore either. Where's my tab complete? I want it to be the same as the others. These ones are already links, so we don't need to do that. Yep, no message, get rid of that. That's interesting. With a tag and an entry that is an entry schema. There we go. Oops. Okay. Keep, we're gonna add Olivia the Owl. Keep the resource link here. Even though the structured content has the URI, clients may not look for it and instead look for resource links. Okay. Glassy drink, doing great. Hi. Sorry, I realized that in some cultures, holding your hand in this direction is an offensive thing. Sorry. So, peace. Hello. Doing great. Hope you're doing great. Okay, so that takes care of this. So then we got to go into here and perform those updates. So yeah, we're getting rid of the messages. Yeah, all those go away. Actually, you know what? It might be easier to do this. Compare this to the final. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so const, structured content, and then create text. Okay. It's interesting that the diff looks like that. Yeah. Okay. And then here. Good. And then here we change that to a resource link instead of an embedded resource. And then here we gotta make our structured content and our content there. And then here, structured content and text content. Let's just keep going with this. It seems to know what I want. Yep, that was what I wanted. Yep. Okay. so that goes away. There we go. I think that is what we want. That goes away. Okay, let's see how we compare. So, yeah, we still need to do sampling, then we need to name the tools, elicitations, get rid of that message. Okay, very good. And here we gotta get rid of that message on the finished. 1, 2. Signal in progress. Final version adds this. I thought I kept that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. So that's what it should look like when we're all done. And then, yeah, we can probably get rid of all of this as well. Okay, good. Yep, okay, super. So, come back here, let's compare these, make sure that Cody is telling them all the things they're supposed to do properly. Gonna need this one also. Okay, there we go. It's an entry tag schema. With tags, right? Because create entry returns the tags. Yep, there they are. So it's not an entry schema, but an entry with tags. Okay. This help kind of assumes that people go from the top down, because I'm not going to add that help to every one of these. Hey Artem, what's up? I'm also excited. Have a nice one. Yourself. I actually was just talking about MSW. Somebody emailed me with a bunch of questions, and one of their questions was asking about my secret weapon. So like a tool that I use that not enough people use that really helps, and I said MSW. Not enough people use that. Constantly surprised when I say, oh yeah, and of course we use MSW. They're like, what? Like, oh my goodness. I can't believe that you develop software without MSW. Like, I can't imagine trying to integrate with third-party APIs in software that I want to work on and maintain in the long term without using MSW. Okay, we got our structured content here. And that looks good. And it's true, a lot of people do use it, I should say. It is pretty widely used, but I am surprised how many people don't. It is definitely a critical piece of my software development tool set. So thank you for making it. Can I just do this? Oh, is that really all? Oh, goodness, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. I'm looking for that. There we go. So first of all, we're gonna get rid of this. Second of all, we're gonna do this. There we go. So that takes care of that. And then for these guys, okay, beautiful. Glassy Drink asking what MSW is. I don't know if Artem's still here, so I'll just mention MSW. Man, it's too bad it doesn't show up as the first result. This is what you're looking for. Really, really helpful integrating third-party APIs and mocking those out locally. It's awesome. Yeah, mock service worker. Yep, that's the one. Oops. Can go away. I should have done that in a different order. What if we do this? Haha. Should have formatted all those. It's nice. Some of those will format back, actually. Yeah. There we go. See what happens. Oh, it worked. Oh, good. Oh, okay, fine. Well, that's too bad. I'll have to, all these structured content messages, I'll have to fix those. Oh well. Let's do this actually. good. That's good too. Okay, so we at least got some of those things that are really big. Gotta fix a couple more though. And we'll get to those. Am I liking Cursor? Yeah, I've been using Cursor for the last year, and it's fabulous. Absolutely love it. And the background agents stuff, not overhyped. It is very, very cool. You just have to learn how to use it well, and in the future you won't even have to know how to use it well. But right now, yeah, if you use it well, it's awesome. Doesn't work for everything. Like, I would love to be able to have background agents do what I'm doing right now. But it would require just way too much hand-holding for me to be very productive, and so I'm not going to do that right now. But one day, I expect it will. Just like make a workshop like Kent C. Dodds, and then will anybody pay for me? I don't know. Explain background agents like I'm 5. Okay, let me show you Cursor agents. I had, let's view the PR, and we're actually going to, here, let's see, model, context protocol inspector, pull requests from me. Okay, so this pull request was made to the model context protocol inspector to add, okay, actually to take a step back, explain it like you're 5. You hire somebody and tell them what to do, and they do it for you, and then they come back and report on it, and you say good job. That's what background agents are. And while they're doing it, you can go do something else. Even in the same, like maybe you're weeding a garden and you say, hey, go weed that section of the garden. Like that's it. So practical use case from this morning. This pull request added support to structured output to the MCP inspector. And so here you say, hey, get weather, and it has an output schema. You run the tool, it gives you back structured content, validates that your fallback is correct and matches the schema and everything. So this misinterpreted the spec. There was a clarification in the spec. That's a pull request right now. And so I said in here, let's see if we can find my original prompt. Here we go. So I said, hey, this pull request misinterpreted the spec. I need you to fix it. Here's the link to the pull request. So that gets added to context. So I linked it directly to the file changed page here, so it would know which files are relevant. And it interpreted the spec this way. It's supposed to be this way. Here's the clarification. So I can see here's the before, here's the after, so it knows how it's supposed to be. Please update and update the test and everything. And it did it basically perfect. The only thing that it did wrong, and then I did this from my phone downstairs as I was coming in from the car. So the amount of time that it takes to type out this on my phone. And then it created this pull request using my account. I kind of wish that they had a bot that would create it, that would make it more clear. But yeah, and it originally created this, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. It's using React Testing Library, which made me feel good. And then I was like, I feel like you can make the messages a little bit more terse. And so I left that feedback at some point. Right here, I said, run formatting with prettier, make the messages a little bit more terse, make the assertions on those a little bit more forgiving, and then run the test. So I basically just like looked at the pull request and added a couple of notes. And so then it fixed that. And then I thought, oh, you know what? They do need to be terse, but we need them to be a little bit more more specific too still. So I added that as more feedback. All of this done just in cursor.com/agents. The first prompt was from my phone. This follow-ups were later. It's amazing. Yeah, Artem, that's basically what it is. And they run on their own hardware on their own machine. They clone the repo and have it all in their own environment. And so you can go do your own thing on your machine while they're doing something on their machine. It's like hiring another person to work on your project. It's awesome. It really is. Okay, cool. So I think we're good here. So now, actually, if we, yeah, just copy these instructions. Then I'm gonna say, hey, take everything over here, stick it there, and then put the instructions back. Boom, there we go. And then the end result, basically the same thing. There it is. I think I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. This is for entries. Okay, cool. So we open this in app 2, copy all that, and then open app 1, copy this, go back to app 2, paste all that, and then paste that there. Ta-da! Except this bit. Whoops. Getting that off. What we need is structured content, and then do I want the existing tag? Sure, why not? There we go. Good. So let's, and then should be Boolean confirmed. Does not confirm. Success false. Tag also return text. Hold on a second. Oh, I forgot to save this. Okay. Also return content with a text block, and the structured content. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, on to the next, and these are all kind of a mess. So copy this, go to app 1, copy all that, go to app 2, copy over here, and then go back. There we go. That's all that should say. I do think actually I maybe had suggest sample. Yeah, here we go. There we go. So then we say, yeah, do that and then do that. Okay, and then open this again, paste it over this, and then we just do what Cody says. There we go. Okay, cool. And then sampling doesn't need to change at all. That one's fine as it is. Tools, again, That doesn't change in this exercise, so override that. Yep, good. And then, yep, same thing here. AI, LLM, pretend to know coding. I mean, kind of. I literally this morning, like I said, you have to be able to use it well, use it right. But in my personal experience, I've had some really awesome experiences with it. Let's see, where's here. Take a look at this. So there's that pull request, 100% just from the LLM. The whole thing, like it's not a small change. Like there's a lot going on in there. And then 4 more, all of this done in like an hour, where I'm pretty much just telling the robots, this one is from Sentry. All of this stuff done by robots, just with prompts. Just prompts. I never had to pull it down and make changes myself or anything. It's amazing. It really is. No, these are all existing code bases. You gotta, I don't know what to tell you. I don't really care about the from scratch MVP stuff. I don't use Bolt.new or anything very often, like just for fun sometimes. I used Bolt to do this. This is pretty cool. And here, let's go. Ta-da! You got 2 of me now. And so then I can take this and put it up over my my teleprompter. And so now I can look at myself. It's got all the like perfect controls for me and everything. It's really nice. So yeah, for small apps, it is great. But it's also really great for existing code bases. It's amazing. Yeah, just junk and an everlasting Jira ticket job providing code base. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's just looking at the result. I don't know what results you're talking about. Did you look at my like 5 PRs that it did for me this morning that were really quite good? I don't know, and I've done a couple more since then. It's amazing. It really is. You just got to review it and you got to prompt it well. I am constantly using AI. Yeah, okay, well, if you're criticizing the results, then feel free to criticize me because I did review it. And it's fabulous. So anyway, see where we're at. So that's sampling thing. And then we get into the progress update stuff. So that brings in our video. This is in tools. Yeah, so we just need to preserve the instructions here. Yeah, so I'm gonna copy all this over. Copy this and copy that, and then paste all this. I haven't saved it yet. Yeah, good. Huh. I guess I didn't copy these. I thought I copied these. Oh, I copied like the whole thing. That's fine. I can copy it now. There we go. Okay, so that just adds the instructions now. And then we can look at this, which implements the instructions. And yeah, so video is fine. So then this guy, probably easier to compare this to our final. Pretty much need copy paste it and then remove that and remove the signal stuff, and that should do it. So copy this, paste it there, and remove this, remove the signal. Oh, hold on, I think our instructions included a reference to the signal. We don't do that in this step. Nope, we don't. Okay. Okay. And then we get rid of all of the named tools here. All right, let's see. So for this exercise, somehow we lost the illicit confirmation thing. Let's go back. Oh, I know why. Because this was added later with the utility and stuff. Yep. So we got to go back to comparing the end with this one, because we need to add this utility. And update this. This needs to get added here as well. And this is correct. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. All right, so now we gotta propagate that through all of these, which is a bit of a pain, but believe me, I've done all the ways you could possibly do this, and this is by far the best. Oh, let's get our illicit confirmation utility down here also. And update this. Oops, in app 1. No. Oh, right, I'm going the other direction. There we go. Okay, cool. Good, that takes care of that. And then we pretty much need to do the same thing. I think I lost my instructions for this exercise. Oh, that's solution. Oh yeah, all the instructions are in the sampling. So we need to take what's in here and put it in there. There we go. Let me just make sure we got the utility there. Yep. Okay. So then here, same story. No changes in there. And in here now, we do have changes. So I'm going to copy these more intentionally. Hey, Ralph. No, I don't want to start a flow-based business. Feel free to shoot me a loom, though. You can find how to contact me on my website, and go ahead and tell me what you're thinking. But I'm really happy with what I do, and I'm not really interested in starting another business. But thank you for the invite. Okay, there we go. That takes care of that. And then care of that. And now we're in a mess again. Okay, so for cancellation, we just need this bit of instruction and that bit. Everything else is going to be the same. So copy that, paste it over, and then take that, stick it right here, and okay. I'm a little confused because I thought that I pasted over this already. Oh, hold on. What the? Yeah, that's weird. Oh, did I not? I thought I saved it. Okay, well, that's fine. I know what's going on. I saved the wrong file. So that, actually just copy it straight over and then go back to here and get rid of that and that. There we go. Okay, great. And that's set up for the next exercise. A little bit more. I open up my blinds slowly throughout the morning so that the sun never actually shines onto my carpet, heating up my carpet, which heats up my room. It's at 81 degrees Fahrenheit already. Okay. And the solution cancellation is really just going to be doing what those instructions say, so we'll just do that ourselves. Signal, and pass the signal. What are you complaining about? Compare this to the end. is the same. So the end doesn't seem to have a problem with this. Let's restart TypeScript. Maybe? Okay. We'll call that good then. Okay, back it up. So once we're done with cancellation, then we go on to list changed. And that, I don't think that I actually added instructions for that one. If we look at the difference here, oh, we're just doing prompts. Yeah, so this one, we can just copy over. And then the tools also can be copied over. Sweet. Let's just do this really quick. Assign the returned prompt object. Yeah, there we go. And then, no, nice try. Watch this. Convert this to instructions. Let's see if it works. I doubt it's going to work. The inline edit thing doesn't seem to do a very good job. Create a function called update prompts that I mean, it's not bad. It's not the way I'd write it though. Gets the all the entries, and then I'd add Marty the money bag. Whoa, okay. With, we don't need to be so prescriptive. If there are any entries, yep. There we go. Very good. That will do. And then here, we're doing resource template list changed. I don't think this should do anything in here. Oh, right. Yeah, this is because I say, once you finish with prompts, tools are exactly the same, feel free to do the tools. So what that means is I can have this problem, and the solution, I'm pretty sure that's the last thing. So we just copy the last thing over, and then we can go back here just to be sure. So let's change, we change the prompts. And then when we're going from there to the resource list changed, we're going to add the tools, do the same thing for the tools. We need to think about that. Yeah, list changed. This should happen for the prompts. I just noticed subscribe on these. I don't think you can subscribe to those. I think that's wrong. Yeah, there's no subscribe. But see, they do a pass through, and so you can pass anything you want to. So that's why I made that mistake. That's not why I made the mistake. I just made the mistake, but that's why I didn't notice. So yeah, there's no subscribe on these or on tools, but there's a subscribe on resources, and that's why we have an exercise for it. Okay, so that means here we need an instruction. Add, let's change. Yep, here we go. Yeah, don't try to pitch your startup idea to me in the comments here. Like, I mean, you're welcome. You do whatever you want to, as long as you're being respectful, then it's fine. But yeah, you're not going to convince me about your startup idea in the comments. Send me a Loom in an email, and I'll take a look. No worries, it's fine. Okay, great. So that takes care of that. And then here we add, let's change, and then actually let's do, this should not have subscribe yet, but it should have an instruction, add the subscribe capability to resources. Oh, wait, no. Resource template. Oh, yeah, okay. List changed. There we go. So tools, prompts, and then resources is special. So we have you do prompts as an exercise. Feel free to do tools if you want to, but we don't have an exercise for that. But resources is special, so we have an exercise for that. So that makes lots of sense. So that means here in tools, yep, that is all good. So then there shouldn't be any changes in the tools. Just have that go forward. Man, I'm so glad I added that capability. That has helped a lot. Yeah, and then here, there's no subscribe on any of these at this stage, but all of them have list changed. Yep. And here we subscribe to the database changes and video changes. Yep, that is great. And then, again, no change with the tools. And this changes. So here, again, no subscribe, but at this point, add the subscribe capability. There we go. And we also need to do a couple other things in here. Marty and Moneybag gives stuff like that. And right, that is enough. And then we need to get rid of subscribed true on here and here. There we go. Okay, cool. And subscriptions is a new file to get us, yeah, we need to create this file and then add instructions. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's see, learn how to use comments from exercise 1, from the diff of exercise 1.1, and then replace the contents of this file with comments like that start with this. Whoops. Don't need you. We're gonna do that. There we go. Make it do the work for me. And we'll just see. Part of using AI is figuring out what it's able to do and learning how to prompt it better. So there is sorry, you probably don't know this, but I have a tool called Get Diff Between Apps specific for my workshops that will allow it to get a diff, and so it can see, oh, here's how those things are used. that was bad. You need to replace the contents of the function with comments that describe what the function is supposed to do. So learners can use those comments to successfully implement the function. See if that works. Could I have done this faster myself? Maybe, but would I have learned a little bit more about how to prompt things well? Maybe. Is that important? Maybe. I don't know. Here we go. We'll just accept it, and then we're gonna, you'll need this, and you'll need this. We'll just do that. Create a new set to keep track of URI subscriptions. And then here we take our agent. Let's see how well it does. We'll compare these two. So first, set up a request handler. Yeah, so we're gonna need some examples because this is lower level API stuff from the SDK. And I don't think that we've done any of this yet in the workshop. So yeah, we'll have to teach them how to use set request handler. Let me remind myself to do that. Add instructions on how to use set request handler. Okay. Yeah, that's not really a Marty the Moneybag comment. Kind of an Olivia the Owl comment. It's like a sub comment. Okay, subscribe to the database changes. Yeah, I was just going to do exactly that when I noticed. For each change, yep, that should do it. Yeah, that's good. And we do that. That takes care of subscriptions, and that's the end. Hooray! So let's just do another quick check here, starting with annotations. So everything, actually, you know what? Let's do a checkpoint. Checkpoint, yep. I probably should just have AI do that. Write me a good message. Oh. Thank you, that's nice. Alrighty, so starting up again. Yeah, let's take a look at the diff. Come over here. We got our, yep, all those changes are associated with comments. Kind of think, could probably just one line all of these, but I don't mind too much. It's fine. So then here, let's just make sure what's being added is what we expect to be. Yep, that's all good. Yeah, that's one line made of multiple. I'll tell you what, the Epic Workshop app, it is something else. This, of all software I've written, it's probably, bottom line, it's made me the most money, I guess is what I could say, because it's directly related to my success in workshops delivered, both self-paced and delivered like personally, which is super cool. Sun is almost past my my roof, and then I'll be able to have my window open all the way. It'll be nice. Okay, that's all good, all good. Part of me is like, okay, we'll just do this for a single tool, and then you can, I can just say, go ahead and do the same for all the rest of the tools, but I'm just not sure. Here, I'll add this too. There we go. Okay, that's good. And here we're gonna have to write some instructions on that, how to use that. And then here we update this to use the utility, and we introduce the sampling file. And then sampling, here we check their capabilities. Here in tools we call that, yep. Yeah, it's all good. Ooh, you know what, another thing, once I finish with this, I gotta go around and make sure that the tests that are around are relevant. So I could probably make the agent do that. I could probably set up the agent to do that in the background while I go have lunch. That's what I'm gonna do. Really what I'm gonna do is take the final version, it has the test for everything, copy those tests to every one of these, and then tell the agent what it's supposed to, how it's supposed to work, and then let it go. Yep, that's what I will do. It will be very nice. Okay, yep, so this one already had prompts, or the instructions from, I ripped it from the last workshop. So that's that. That's good. All those changes have instructions already. Now we're adding some more instructions, and all of these changes have instructions also. And now just adding instructions, very good. These changes have instructions. And this is, okay, just do the same thing but for tools. And here's resources. Oh yeah, same thing but for resources. And then instructions. Now, hold on. We had instructions, but we didn't add instructions to this one. So let's do this. Oops. Oh, sometimes AI can be funny. There you go. That takes care of that. Okay, and then these have instructions also. And everything that's changed is instructed, so that's good. And now I did not add instructions for this. I need that, and okay. And this is, wait a second. Hold on a second. Where am I? Oh, I reached the end. I thought I added those. Yeah, okay. Back it up, back it up. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we did add that. Okay, that's the end. Awesome. Every step has Cody Koala instructions. So now I'm gonna have lunch, but before I do, we're going to add Cody instructions. And then, see the index test here? Doesn't have a lot of tests, but then if we go to the very last one, this does have a lot of tests, a ton of tests. So we're going to exercises, index test TS. We're going to take this guy, copy that over all those, so they all have the same. There we go. And then update all tests. Okay, so then let's see if we can get the agent to do this for us. And I can set up the agent in here. Maybe I should. Whoops. Background. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Okay. Node epic shop test. Dot P. So this is running the test for all the problems, and actually they should all fail anyway. It's the solutions that should pass. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. I need you to help me update all of the test files in each one of these exercises. This is an Epic AI workshop that uses the Epic Workshop app. So each exercise is in a directory within the exercises directory, and each one of those has one or more steps. Each step has a problem solution pair, and those problem solution pairs should have the exact same test file in their source index.test.ts file. Okay, we'll see how far that goes. The problem version of the test file should fail when run. The solution should pass. I have copied the final version of the test file into every one of the exercise step directories, and we need to remove the tests that do not pass for their solution. Yeah. Let's see. The workshop is iterative in nature, each step building on the previous. To the very last step, where it's the final form. And then I copied Okay, copy the final version of the test file into everyone. The exercise step directories. And I guess we can grab that and say this is the one. However, it has tests for features that have not yet been implemented for the earlier exercise steps. For each to run the this is the workflow I want you to take. Run. Okay, yeah. For each exercise step, do this. Run the solution with solution no watch, and this is going to fail. That's what it's supposed to fix for us, where 1 is the exercise number and 2 is the step number. Identify the failing tests. Remove the failing tests. Run the test file again to verify it's passing. 5, copy. Run. Copy the file, the test file, to the associated problem. Directory. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I choose to type instead of speak because I can't, I'm not, normally when I speak, I speak faster than I type, but sometimes I'm thinking slower than I can speak, and so it's easier to type it. Continue until you get all of the tests passing. Then run formatting. Type checking and linting. All right, I hope this works because I'm gonna go to lunch. Thanks everybody for joining. I will probably be streaming some more later. Let's see, but yeah, see now it's pulling down Ubuntu. Like this is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks everybody. We'll see you in the future. Bye.